That is a little rabbit in the yard that just got a whole bunch of sleet on it. And I think the cat sees it and he wants it for dinner. But as I said, it's I think May 16th. I'm sorry, April 16th. And it just finished sleeting a whole bunch. Yeah, I know you see it, buddy. I know you went for dinner. You see that sleep in the chair right there. But anyway, the topic of today's video is why there aren't that many black people that are preppers. Up this cord up here. Sorry. Yeah. Give you some of my dishes. Yeah. Just give you something to me, I guess. Why there aren't that many black people that are preppers. From numbers I looked at, basically 1 in 100 people in the United States are preppers that basically set their families up for emergency situations. And in my opinion, there's probably about 1/4 or 1/3 that are African American, black, and yeah, I'd say about 1/4 or 1/3 that are African American, black, and I don't think that's just because it's not a. I think that's a pretty good number, 1/4 or 1/3. Probably about 1/4. I look on YouTube and such and find a fair amount of people who are like-minded, who think about setting their families up for emergency situations, trying to set up their community, their church, and such for unforeseen circumstances and such. And sorry, I'm trying to multitask here. I don't understand really why there's just not a whole bunch of preppers, period, in the United States with all the things that have happened in this last several years, last couple decades. Because you would just think, with all that things happening, after these people get through those things or see those things on TV, that they would set themselves up, set their families up in a better situation, just in case something else happens. So I guess I turn the question around of why aren't there more preppers, period. I think education as a whole, not just of black people or ethnic people, just education as a whole in the United States is lacking. To keep up with other countries, such as Japan right now, I guess, some of the European countries. To keep up with them as far as education-wise. Not really for myself as much, because I'm a little older, but for my kids, for my kids' sakes. I am a father of 4, a husband, and I try to work with my kids with education all the time, trying to help them out. But I guess the video started out, why aren't there more black preppers? But I guess I asked a couple other questions, of education and such, and why aren't there more preppers? Period. I think I don't know. It's one of those rough questions. It's one of those rough questions. Trying to get in the minds of of people that I've never met, or trying to get in the mindsets of a whole nationality. I think some people feel that the government is going to take care of them if something happens, and that's, again, that's all ethnic nationalities, people in the United States, that they feel the government's going to take care of them if something ever happens. But in a serious situation, that may not be the case, because those people that are expecting that are going to take care of you are going to want to take care of themselves and their families first. And I don't think that's unreasonable. I definitely don't think that's an unreasonable thing. To say, hey, I gotta go take care of my family before I help somebody else out. And I think that's being responsible. I think that's being a responsible adult, parent, husband. So, thanks for staying with me on I guess, I don't know, really question, but my thinking, I guess. This is Jerome North, Protect Preparedness.